Made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich
Popovich
TV.
TV.
Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Let's get to the other shit though. Let's get to Stephen A. Smith. Now let's talk about JasoN, WhiTloCk, co-workers, worked on the same network. And yeah, I know a lot of real quick too before I go on. A lot of people in some of these comment sections, they're like, yo, Stephen A. cursing because you know he did like a whole hour response. Then the next day came back like, yo, if you thought I was done and you must have forgot, came back and, you know, try to obliterate and, you know, really shut his shit down. Like, you know what I mean? Any living thing that not coexists with the kid must cease existing, little nigga. Now listen, and we happy that Stephen A. got his own platform. Not really. He on YouTube like a lot of us, right? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Nonetheless, it's not First Take, it's not ESPN, it's not governed by Disney. So he can be a little more, you know what I mean, himself. And I only said that to say when I met him 10 years ago, 2013, Houston All-Star Weekend. Anyway, we was out there, like I said, first time in Houston. And we met, you know, I met Stephen A. A few of us that was with there, took some pictures and shit. And watching him on First Take, as you know now, if you follow ESPN, Stephen A., etc., 12 years, number one. Like, he always bring it up. He always bragging about being number one. And it's hard to be number one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody remembers, and 3, like, you is number one. It's a Nelly reference. And hard work aside, work ethic aside, obviously, if you entertain, then you entertain. So that was 10 years ago. So I ran up on him, or I ran down on him when we met him 2 years after him jumping on First Take with Skip. And you start to get a couple dollars. Like, in fact, the picture of you seen it, you see the suits don't look like they look now. The suit that he had on when I met him in the lobby, he was at the W. I think he was in the W. Met him, you know what I mean? He was going to get some brunch or whatever. Suit don't look like they look now. Obviously, he getting a couple dollars. He's that guy now. Like, he's really one of them. And so on ESPN, on his own platform, he get to be a little loose. So he using the words like calling him a piece of shit, fat bitch, and all that. So people in the comments is like, my ears, my eyes, on some Phoebe Friend shit. They can't believe that he's cursing like this. But when I met him, that's how he was. Authentic, Queens, talking shit, cursing a lot. Like, I even couldn't believe he was cursing a lot. And if you follow the channel, you know when you put the beat on, right. I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed when you put the beat on. However, back then, 10 years ago, I was a little thrown off because he was cursing a lot. And I didn't know if he was like trying to be down. Because when we pulled up on him, he like, oh, y'all from New York. Like, you know, New York, from one New Yorker to another New Yorker, we ain't really hard to spot. Like, you could point out New York niggas anywhere you go. Like, New York niggas is the craziest. West Coast niggas is the craziest. Down South niggas is the crazy. Like, New York niggas, you can spot them anywhere, pretty much. The accent they say we have, the way we wear Timbs everywhere. New York niggas can be seen everywhere, right? So anyway, he was cursing a lot. Stephen A. Smith we talking about. So he does the response. You know, he answers JasoN, WhiTloCk, yo, you know, like, you been throwing jabs at me. People telling me not to say nothing. So I got on the phone with my bosses. Like, don't cross the gun line, boss. Right. Then I got on the phone with my pastor. And that's you, Stephen A. Like, who you confessing to, my nigga? You confessing to the pastor before you do the sin? Astaghfirullah. Like, I mean, like, people, if you're gonna confess your sins, if you're gonna, tell the world all your business, don't tell the world. Like Fab said, I talk to God before I talk to them blogs. Let's go to the Most High, confess to Him, and keep it moving. So you know it's theater in it. You know StepheN is he's a diva. You know what I mean, he's a no pun intended. That's just how I see him. As far as my from afar watching him on TV, the ego grows. From when I met him now, the suits and he bigger than some of these athletes. You hear him say shit like that, like I'm bigger than these athletes. And like Hov said, I make the Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee can. Right, Hov's a different story. I mean, that is Hov, right? You StepheN, we get it. You grinded from the bottom. Now you here. But let's talk about the rant, the 50-minute rant. Then he came back like I'm going to double back on your block. And I dare you niggas to still be standing out there when I told you I can't stand it no more. Right, I'm going to double back and then I'm going to see who out there. He came back the second day. But you never address the basketball career. You never address the nail in the 6-inch nail in your kneecap. And then he said, I was saying like the 6'6", what he said, the 6-inch is still there. He tried to clear it up like I made a mistake. Cool, we make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. When you live, you rolling, you unscripted, and you ain't reading off no teleprompter. Everything live over here. So what you see is what you get, and what you getting is your ass kill. That's a Red Man reference, right? I'm being funny, but I'm not. You're gonna make a mess up. You're gonna make mistakes. But are you gonna address the facts? Are you gonna address the argument? Cool, he's a fat bitch. He's a piece of shit. But here's where you lost me at, right? Because he like, yo, this guy is the worst human being on the planet. I'm saying, oh, I said, damn. He worse than Precious Moms, and that's a fictitious character from the movie with Monique, right? He worse than her. He worse than the cop that stayed 8 minutes on George Floyd's neck. Really? He worse than the white supremacists that shot that church up in what was it, Charleston down south somewhere? Really? And I get it. It's all for sale, and people like him, they love for you to view them. They love for you to tune in. And like what's nigga Don, the nigga from A Boogie. He like, know what I mean? You seeking attention. I curve with a pole when I feel attention. Some people just love it. He like, somebody was saying I did it for the views, cause Club Shay, right? Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shannon. He did over 45, 48 million views. That shit is up to interview with Cat Williams. He like, my show #1. I don't need to go out of my way to get views. And I'm saying your YouTube show is not #1. You competing with a whole lot of other people, and your response wasn't even really that hard, bro. You called him a couple of names, but did you play ball or not? Where did you come from? Like, we want to know. The same thing why Kwame Brown was asking, why was you at those colleges, boy? And why was you inquiring about me and what I was doing?
But y'all know who it is. Popovich from Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more game. Yeah, kid.